everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're discussing a significant development affecting many Americans, recent Medicaid cuts and their unexpected impact on Trump supporters. Let's delve into the details. The One Big Beautiful Bill, recently passed by House Republicans, includes substantial reductions to Medicaid funding, up to $880 billion over the next decade. These cuts are intended to offset the costs of extending the 2017 tax cuts. While the bill aims to eliminate waste and fraud, the Congressional Budget Office estimates that approximately 8.6 million people could lose their health coverage as a result. In counties that strongly supported Trump, such as Gila County, Arizona, residents are expressing concern and confusion. With nearly 40% of the population relying on Medicaid or related programs, the proposed cuts have sparked anxiety about access to essential healthcare services.
Medication, it runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800 a month. Oh, that will kill me. That would kill my friends. That would kill millions of people in this country if they lose their health care.
We're in California's District 22, a rural community in the state's Central Valley. This district voted for Trump for the first time in 2024, but now his policies threaten one of the benefits people here rely on the most.
It bothers me when people like Elon Musk say that people on those programs are the parasite class. It's just cruel.
Do you know anyone personally who voted for President Trump but depends on benefits like Medicaid?
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people.
Trump promised a lot of things. I thought it would be more family values and those programs that we really need here.
One of those promises was to protect Medicaid, which 67% of people in this district rely on. It's the largest percentage of any district in the entire country.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, we're not going to touch it.
But his administration just proposed an $880 billion cut to Medicaid over the next 10 years. So we wanted to come here to find out how people are feeling about Trump and his administration's decision that could have a huge impact on one of the benefits they rely on the most.
Polls indicate that more than half of Trump voters oppose cutting Medicaid to fund tax reductions, highlighting a disconnect between policy decisions and voter expectations. The backlash isn't limited to voters. At a recent town hall in Iowa, Senator Joni Ernst faced audible groans when she responded to concerns about Medicaid cuts by stating, "We all are going to die." Her remarks have drawn criticism and underscore the contentious nature of the proposed reductions. The unfolding situation serves as a reminder of the complexities in balancing fiscal policy with public welfare.
Guys, we've got some breaking news. It passed by just one vote. Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act has passed, very narrowly by just one vote, 215 to 214. So if you're not a billionaire, a defense contractor, or part of Trump's cabinet, congrats, you just lost. This 1,000-page monstrosity includes $800 billion in cuts to Medicaid, new work requirements that could strip millions of health care, massive and permanent tax breaks for the wealthy, a $1,000 Trump baby savings account. Yeah, that's a real thing. $150 billion to defense and $46 billion to militarize the border. And they even got rid of the $200 tax on pew-pew silencers because apparently that was urgently needed. And they passed this on the same day that Representative Jerry Connolly, a Democrat from Virginia, passed away. A man who would have voted no. They didn't pause, they didn't wait. They counted his passing as their advantage and they ran with it. This is how fascism functions. Smiling while gutting healthcare, celebrating while people lose coverage. By the way, they literally chanted USA, USA, and calling it beautiful while the working class suffers. But it's not over. It still has to go through the Senate, and until then, we're expecting major revisions. So please, guys, I challenge you to do this. Call your representatives non-stop today, all the way up until and even after the vote tomorrow. Otherwise, we're just letting them pass cruelty without even putting up a fight. They don't need you to be Republican or Democrat. They just need you too tired, too overwhelmed or too numb to do anything about it. So let's shake this loss off, because it was one vote. One vote. It still has to go to the Senate. There is still hope. Let your voices be heard. I beg you.
My father has stage 4 Parkinson's. We decided 5 years ago that we wanted to leave West Virginia because it was such a red state, and we came back to North Carolina. I live in Moore County in Aberdeen, North Carolina, and I was so excited to hear Kamala Harris talking about allowing Medicaid, Medicare to help people like me that have my parents in the home so that they can get the care that they need. And that's not going to happen anymore. And that's the reason why I'm in this race. My daughter was born with hip impingement syndrome and scoliosis. Her spine is in a cage. If my daughter was to get pregnant, it could kill her. And we have a regime right now that would let my daughter die. I cannot accept that. I will not accept that. And I will tell you, if you send me to Washington, D.C. to represent you in Congress, I will put boots on the ground often. I will absolutely, let me tell you something. Mission means something to me, and I put boots on the ground. Thank y'all very much. Ojeda from North Carolina's 9th Congressional District.
So I wake up and I see that the big ugly tax bill has passed in the House. The tax bill that is going to cut Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, just kill people. This bill is just going to kill people and take away the things that they need just to live, just to survive, right? And I know I've been covering the vote this week. I've also been doing my day job, because I do still, thankfully, have a day job at the FDA, right? And this video is me speaking in my personal capacity, not on behalf of the FDA. I'm going to talk about everything that's going on when it comes to attacking healthcare in this country, because I feel like there's so much crazy shit that we're forgetting about the dismantling of the federal agencies, and that's still going on. Okay, so I'm going to talk about just the FDA, and I want you to remember they're slashing and burning all of the Department of Health and Human Services while also taking away health care from 14 million Americans. Okay, the FDA at its full capacity has 18,000 employees. It is located in Maryland. It is not the largest health care or public health employer in Maryland. It's actually Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins, which is one hospital system here, and it has about 30,000 employees by comparison. The FDA's 18,000 employees, that is all 50 states internationally, and that is to regulate 20% of this country's GDP. You want to talk about economy? It's $5 trillion. And it costs about $3 billion in taxpayer money to fund the FDA. So you're talking about $3 billion to get a $5 trillion return on investment. And it's not just about money, right? It's about lives too. So because of the slashing and burning of the FDA workforce, which was already running crazy efficient with the staff that they had, they needed to increase employees at the FDA, not decrease, okay? But yeah, so they have cut so many staff that the Center for Drug Evaluation and Research cannot properly communicate drug safety information. There's not enough people to do the work to make sure that drugs are safe and effective. The Human Foods Program, that's like, they regulate the food. FDA regulates 80% of the food in this country, okay? They just went in and cut a bunch of people, including folks who make sure baby formula is safe. And not only did they cut those people who make sure baby formula is safe and go after bad actors, they put this guy, Kyle Diamantis, in charge of HFP, okay? He's not a scientist, not a public health professional, not a doctor. He's an attorney who represented the baby food companies when they were accused of not properly disclosing the elevated risk of a deadly bowel disease in premature babies. He defended them against that, and now he's in charge of the safety. And so I just want to put this out there this morning and remind folks of all the ways that the Republican Party is just going to kill Americans. Like, they're really just trying to kill working class people.
As the debate continues, it's crucial for voters to stay informed and engaged with the legislative process. Subscribe for more coverage on this and other significant stories. Share your thoughts below. How do you feel about the recent Medicaid cuts and their impact?